Look, it was an improved performance. The start was the complete reverse, wasn't it, to last week? I thought Scotland attacked really well, and we was a little bit passive at the start of the game last week, and they got a foothold into the game, and I thought we did exactly that in the first half. So that was pleasing. I suppose the baseline was, from our point of view, to make sure that we're nice and physical for the full 80 minutes. I thought there were some heroic moments last week, especially in those moments that we had to dig deep to win the game. But I thought we got that 100% across the 80 minutes today. I thought it was excellent. You know, we was going forward in defence and attack.
Johnny, lots of frustration in that opening half, in particular that opening 15 minutes. What was the communication like with the referee? You know, those first few challenges that you had towards the line, or was that a problem for you? Or
a few decisions were clear. You know, when they got on the ball, for example, and we just weren't accurate enough with a couple of breakdowns. Some frustration, obviously, that we didn't take a couple of those chances early on. I suppose Ty was a bit frustrated with the scrum that we had 5 metres out, our ball. We obviously would have no reason to try and turn it like that. So it's just asking the questions, and in fairness to Roman, he was brilliant to deal with. We had good conversations. I think obviously with the try they got, I just wanted to make sure that they checked both passes and not just the last one, and that was all that was about. So I thought it was okay. Unless you thought otherwise.
Johnny, was that the most enjoyable Ireland team performance you've played for?
Yeah, wouldn't be hard after last year. It was brilliant. It had a bit of everything. It had some of the stuff that we spoke about last week that we didn't sort of get to put out there against Scotland. You know, when you get the ball in our back three's hands, you know, something can happen, and they showed that, and they stuck to the tactics really well. In terms of, you know, when we got on the edge, the temptation always is to run, but they got us field position at times brilliantly, and you know, some of our shape stuff was really good, what we've been working on. So and we won. That's the most important thing for us, is winning, and we're building momentum now, but obviously our biggest challenge is ahead now in a couple of weeks' time.
Johnny, you mentioned that back three. If a plan doesn't go according to the script, the fact that the back three are all game breakers in their own right, is that really useful at digging it as a whole?
Yeah, of course, but you know, Bundy and Robbie as well, where I thought Robbie was outstanding for whatever it was, 15 minutes, like unbelievable engine and moment. So we knew that last week, I suppose we didn't get some of the platforms because we were penalised at a couple of line-outs, a couple of scrums. Today we got those platforms, especially off line-out, that we could launch into them, and I thought some of Caddy and Faz's plays worked a treat and really got us over the advantage line out wide. And you know, just when you got those back three players that can beat people and can run all day, you know, you'd be mad not to try and get the ball to them.
Andy, how's Robbie, or any other injuries?
Robbie, HIA one. He didn't return to play, but he seems fine in there. So I'm sure he'll be fine this week.
Any other injuries?
No, a good bill of health really. There's a few lads cramping, etc. But no, all's good. A few days off now, and then we've got a 3-day camp. We get the weekend off, which is going to be great for us. We play England on the Sunday, which gives us an extra day's rest as well. So it's great to have a couple of days off to assess the game again and see what areas we need to keep building on, and we'll do that in our training camp. We'll use that wisely and take the rest over the weekend to make sure that we're better next week, the week after against England.
Johnny, you spoke earlier on TV about talking to the players last night and going through what you wanted from them and what you wanted from each other. Can you just expand on that?
No, well, like what we spoke about last night was really what the coaches had given to us all week, and just trying to put responsibility on ourselves to deliver that now. And we felt that we didn't do that last week to the best of our ability, and we talked about why that was the case. and it was just about fixing up those little bits that would allow us to get into the game and to show some of the stuff that we've been working on, and that was really it. Obviously, there's some motivational stuff that you try and get across, and we wanted to show what it meant for us to play for Ireland. We didn't get a chance to do that last week either, really, because when it's a stop-start game, and you know what I mean, you don't get to celebrate tries and stuff like that. So we got a bit of everything today, which was great.
Johnny, did it feel like a 2018 sort of type performance? It certainly looked like one. Did it feel like it?
Look, we're trying to look forward, to be honest. We're trying to draw a line under last year, even under 2018, and we're trying to build, we're trying to develop something new, and we're trying to do things slightly differently. And saying that, I think some of the messages that have come out from our camp haven't been taken the way they should be. You know, we've taken a lot of what Joe has done over the last few years, and we've built on it, and we've added bits to it. And to suggest that we've just sort of thrown away everything is just wrong. So we've got a good balance, and we've really improved in some areas, and we've changed the way we do things, which you have to do. You have to develop and adapt, but some of the messages that have gone out haven't been entirely accurate, really.
Andy, can you talk a bit about the influence of your captain in the game? It seemed like there was a day where he needed to be.
Well, he's in control, isn't he? He's that's what he's done all his life, and that's what he does best. And with the added responsibility of captaincy, I think it's added to his game actually. You talk about the meeting like last night. That's his meeting. You know, for him to do as he sees fit, and the chat all week from the boys that he drags out of them is second to none, because it brings that unity, it brings that honesty, it brings that trust throughout the group. So, I mean, he'll tell you himself whether he's thriving in the role or not. But I've been seeing his last two performances, with last week being the one that he's not played after 8 weeks, is nothing short of sensational, really.
Johnny, how much more is there to come, and how much better do you think?
Look, I think Wales are Grand Slam champions, World Cup semi-finalists for a reason. They're a top quality team, and they're hard to play against. So yeah, we're going to have to be up there like we were today, but it's away from home, and it's against a team that, you know, World Cup finalists, and will be hurting from last week. And I don't know, obviously we don't know what's going to happen today, but top quality side, and the last 2 times we played England, they've given us a right old spanking. So we need to up our game from those level of performances. And yeah, it's a tough place to go, Twickenham. We haven't had too many victories there over the years, and it'll be no difficult, or it'll be no different now coming into this game. It's a tough place to go.
Can you take us through the strapping, the latest strapping you had?
Yeah, my strapping just slipped off. I stupidly got a rub before I got strapped, and then it was all oily. So
Lessons learned.
Lessons learned, yeah. And I had to strap it again at half time as well. So physios weren't too happy with me, but Pete did a great job introducing the president to all the players.
Andy, what did you make while they've got new coach as well? Did you notice anything that they did very differently from when Warren was up?
I think, like Johnny said before about Joe, I think Wayne's doing the right thing as far as keeping hold of all the very good bits that Warren implemented in Wales over a decade or more so than that. They were physical. Forward play was very aggressive. They're always very challenging as far as their attack in the 22. So we always need to stand up to that, and I thought we did that pretty well again. Offloading the ball was high on the agenda, wasn't it? And they got a couple of line breaks and a try from that as well. So look, we saw in the 2 games that they played under the roof in the Millennium, that the brand of rugby that they're willing to play, the conditions didn't suit to do that out there. So I've no doubt the Scarlets' way, they're playing a little bit more width on the ball and making the ball sing is their way forward as well.
Did you feel that having Parks disallowed try was an important moment in the game, given that you would have brought them to within 5 and they had to spell pressure up to that point?
Well, of course, yeah, of course it's important, and we needed to be better though, because he's done that to us before. He's done that to a few teams, to be fair to him. But I just got a sense today that no matter what was being thrown at us, we managed that game superbly in the second half. I've absolutely no doubt that Wales were really pleased with the half-time result because of the strong wind, and obviously we had a few opportunities that we didn't convert. But how we managed that second half against a strong wind was really clinical from ourselves. And when we got an opportunity to strike from a scrum, a nice solid set piece scrum, and score the bonus point try, it was really pleasing.
And how much are you relishing going to Twickenham as a head coach with the triple crown in mind?
Well, look, we'll enjoy tonight. We will. We've had a couple of weeks together, and there's a lot of learnings that needs to be had, and I think we're in a great place. We've had 2 wins. We said it wasn't the brilliant performance that we was all looking for last week, but we had a great week's preparation. Good honest feedback from the boys, and we saw an improved performance today. But we know, the boys sat there in the changing room, know after a bonus point win there's still plenty more in us, and that's what we'll be looking forward to over these next 3 days.
Johnny, how good was Connor today? Being under a bit of pressure,
Yeah, outstanding. He was brilliant all day. His sort of little snipe off the maul in the second half and the offload out the back of Bundy to me was top class, and that gave us the field position into the corner, which built a lot of pressure on them from there. And his box kicking, which is sometimes when you do something so well, and then suddenly everyone gets sick of it and they start giving out about it. But won us the game. The few box kicks that he did in the second half that created pressure on them were outstanding in such tough conditions, and delighted for him, absolutely delighted for him.
Andy, Andrew Conway got the try, nice and bowling at the end, but otherwise it's all around a great game for himself in defence.
Well, a kick is only as good as its chase, and he was outstanding both sides of the ball, wasn't he, as far as the high ball is concerned. We want our wingers to go 100%, and he certainly typified that. I thought Jacob did the same on the other wing as well, but Johnny was right. We want to see space, and we want to play to space, because we've got some really exciting backs, and we like to give them one-on-ones, but I thought we actually created some space for them to play into some holes in that first half, which was very pleasing. You saw a little bit of counter-attack as well from time to time with the guys, which is a work in progress for us. So the back three, they'll start to get excited even more so on the back of that.
And 3 turnovers from TJ, but maybe even could have got a couple more there. He was that one on Ireland's front.
Yeah, he was harshly done by, I thought, on 1 or 2, but look, he was awesome. He's a guy that's coming for a little bit of stick as well, and 2 man of the matches performances says it all about the guy. I've never seen a standing ovation for a yellow card before, but he deserved it.